So if you're watching this, you haven't won a golden ticket, but you've won the next best thing. You've won 2 silver pennies. These pennies were delivered to you by elves embedded deep in the US Postal Service. Now, if you're watching this video and you didn't receive 2 pennies, you're on the naughty list, and hey, this is a no judgment zone. Stick around to the end of the video and we'll see what we can do about that lack of silver pennies, at least for a few of you. I want to tell you how the elves made these silver pennies, but first I want to show you how to turn your silver penny into gold if you want. Follow me. You're gonna need a pan or a skillet, a little piece of tin foil, a pair of needle nose pliers, or any kind of pliers will really do, and a glass of water. Now we're gonna need the stove to get really, really hot. So if you are not the owner of your house, you need to get the permission of the owner of your house and have them help you. In fact, I would invite them to join you. This is a really fun holiday activity.
Oops. That's my fault.
So once your skillet or pan gets really hot, then go ahead and put that piece of tin foil in it, and then you're gonna put the penny on top of the tin foil. Now, if that skillet is hot, it's not gonna take long for it to start to change from a silver color back to what almost looks like the original copper color of the penny. Do not worry, this is to be expected. Once you see that start to change color, then flip it 1 or 2 more times, and then you're going to carefully pick that penny up without burning yourself, and then dropping it into that glass of water. You'll hear that satisfying hiss, and lo and behold, it will turn from that dull copper color to a brilliant gold color. Now listen, I don't want to end up on the naughty list myself. I'm going to be honest with you, this really isn't a silver coin. Now that's not quite a lie, it's actually, it's kind of funny. It's actually a weird translation issue between elfish and English. See, it turns out that the elfish word silver is translated in English as a different metal, zinc. Yes, what the elves and I did was not actually turn your copper pennies into silver. We can't do that in the laboratory. Each element has a different nucleus, and we can't change an element's nucleus in the laboratory. No way to turn copper into silver in here. But what we did do is we took the copper pennies and we coated them with zinc metal that looks a lot like silver. Now there's lots of ways to plate a metal. Now the technique the elves and I used was a little complex. You might even say it required a little Christmas magic. So the chemistry behind covering a copper penny with a zinc coating is actually pretty complex. But the process by which you took that silver-looking penny and turned it into gold is relatively simple. Again, since you can't turn copper into zinc, you cannot turn zinc into gold. It turns out that the elfish word gold is actually translated English as brass. I know it's very frustrating, extremely confusing. Like, trust me, there are no Nobel Prizes up at the North Pole. I mean, these guys want to put candy canes on the periodic table. You know, it's a disaster. So let's tell you how you made this thing called brass, right? You had a layer of copper and a layer of zinc, and you heated it up.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And then what happened over time is that those atoms started to mix together, and you created something called an alloy. And this alloy, when you mix copper and zinc together, is called brass. People make alloys because they often have different and better properties than the component metal. It turns out, for instance, like this brass penny is probably going to stay shiny till next Christmas. This zinc-covered penny, not so much. Well, so really that's about it. We showed you how the elves and I covered the copper pennies with zinc to make them look silver. And then we explained how you took those silver looking pennies and turned them into brass, which looks a lot like gold. I hope you enjoyed this little sleigh ride through chemistry. If you've liked this, I have another video coming with 2 other favorite penny demos of mine. They're a little bit more gruesome, so not for the weak of heart. If you've been patiently watching this video and you don't have 2 silver pennies, well, you're in luck. Leave a comment below. At the end of 2020, I'll randomly pick 3 people out of the comments, and if you live in the United States, because I do not want to send currency overseas, I'm probably already on a watch list with the elves for doing this, I'll send you 2 silver pennies. Listen, hang in there, check in on a friend, and have a great day.
Hey, buddy. Do you think that's a real gold penny? Who likes to look for treasure?
Pirates.
Pirates like to look for treasure? Good. Who else likes to look for treasure? You like to look for treasure?